Alright, so we back for another episode of Quip Cap. This is gonna be a regular podcast episode today. So we on location. We decided to come to a park and do it outdoors since it's not too bad. It ain't super warm, it ain't super cold. It's a decent temperature. And if we can, we're gonna switch locations, give up different scenery just to,
give a different vibe. Like, everything doesn't have to be, we don't have our conversations just sitting at a kitchen table or sitting on a couch. Sometimes we be out and we talk about stuff, and all of this is a conversation with us. So we are including y'all in on our conversations, which is going to involve us having conversations at random locations.
So we want to appeal to the aesthetics. Did I say that right? I don't know.
I mean, aesthetic is
we're gonna make it aesthetic. How we use that in a sentence. So it's a regular podcast. So you want to get it started. What are we talking about today?
So today we each have a question, and then we have a topic that we're gonna talk about afterwards. So my question to you is, what is it as a man? Do you feel like what is it as a man that makes you feel comfortable to approach a woman that you see out on the street that you want to talk to? Because every female, she might be cute, she might be out, but every guy doesn't approach them and talk to them. So right. What is it, in your opinion, as a man, do you feel like is the trigger that makes you comfortable or confident or whatever it is to walk up to a female and be like, yeah, what's up? Like, you look good. I want your number.
Well, speaking for me personally, I'm not one of those ultra aggressive dudes, you know what I'm saying? Because there's different type of ultra aggressive dudes out there. Like, I know some, I know some guys that it don't matter what, when, where you at, don't matter what the situation is. If they like you, they see you, they're going to come and holler at you. So it kind of depends on the person. For me, a lot got to do with, for me to approach somebody, like, let's say we out on the street, like I'm just walking down the street, and I see a woman that's attractive. For me to approach her in a situation like that, I probably she gotta be definitely physically be my type. So she can't just be attractive. You know what I'm saying? She gotta be somebody that fits what I specifically like in a woman. You know what I'm saying? So she probably gotta have the right height, the right body type, everything, you know what I'm saying? For me to be, because I've done it and approached a woman on the street randomly before. But it's because they fit something that, fit like the type of...
The mold.
Yeah, they fit the mold, the type of woman that I'm attracted to. They fit it almost to a T. So it's like, if I see something like that, then I'm going, boom, shoot a shot. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the situation, I'm going to shoot a shot. But for the most part, we'll have to kind of just be in the same spot, same space. It's just an opportunity to just have to kind of easily present itself to where we probably in a position to spark up a conversation. I might say something, just throw something out there to see how they react. Nothing like direct to let them know I'm trying to holler or nothing. Just something that can potentially spark up a small conversation. And just throw it out there and see if they'll bite.
Okay.
Other than that, a person will have to...
nothing really that a female can do to make a guy feel comfortable enough to approach them. They just gotta visually look the way that the guy would probably want them to look in order for them to feel. Because some girls are out here, they look very, very attractive. And you would probably find them very, very attractive. But there's guys out here who are just intimidated, and they're not... Like, even one who's bold enough to go and talk to a bunch of different females, they might find this one female and be like, man, I'm not about to try my hand on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because some women, no matter how attractive they don't look approachable. So you might look attractive, but you don't look approachable. And then a lot of times, you deal with a lot of women that you might be scarred. You probably tried talking at women out and about or on the spot, and then some of them could just be mean and nasty, you know?
So then how can a female look approachable? She just got to be standing there with a smile on her face, looking all silly?
Yeah. Yeah. Smile. You know what I'm saying? If you have... A lot of women don't smile a lot. You know, a lot of people just ain't walking around smiling for no reason anyway.
Exactly. Especially if you're by yourself. Like, what you smiling at?
Yeah, a lot of people don't, but a lot of people do. A lot of people look a lot. Some people do smile, though. Some people do. They just smile a lot. Or even their resting face is just kind of inviting. They just seem cool and chill. Some women just got just like little snarl on their face. And it might not be them being mad. That's probably just their face. You know what I'm saying? So, that definitely plays a part in whether a woman look approachable or not. That's going to determine whether, you know, a guy might approach him and try to holler at him out on the spot, you know. Nobody don't want to be out here getting embarrassed.
I get it.
Nobody don't want to jump out there and get embarrassed.
I get it.
So, you know, and men, we got egos. So some of us don't really care about that. A lot of us don't care about that. But most of us do. Most of us do. So it's like, if you get shot down, that kind of, depending on how you get shot down. Because some women will shoot you down with a bazooka gun, not being nice about it. And that'll bruise your ego a little bit. And that'll change the way you approach hollering at any woman from there on out for a long time. And a lot of women roll like that, but you know, and I understand these days because women kind of live a life that men would never understand.
Yeah, it's dangerous out here. It's hard out here. You know, it's rough out here for us black women. Mm-hmm. You know, mainly black women. It's rough out here for women in general. You know, and it's unsafe. But you know my thoughts on how the world be treating us black women.
Yeah. So you just never know what she went through probably before she even got to you. Mm-hmm. Probably 100 niggas probably already tried to holler at her, and 95 of them was probably rude. And just so by the time they get to you, their face already all balled up. You probably making a face to make sure
that you nobody don't
harm. Yeah, because some women, I've heard that some women purposely do certain things so they won't attract a man or attract because they just not in the mood. So they'll do stuff purposely. Whether you dress a certain type of way or you make a face, like you just not in the mood for whatever reason. So, you just never know with a woman. That's why I don't really do a lot of approaching. I just don't do a lot of approaching women. I'd rather let it happen naturally. A lot of times, honestly, a lot of women, in my case, a lot of women, it'd be like mutual, or a lot of women may approach me or spark a conversation with me if they interested. I typically like to go that way because a lot of women, when they interested, when they see something they want, they'll go get it. So they'll take a dude that probably approached them first, you know what I'm saying? And then you might can work your way in or win your way in, but typically if a woman sees something that they want,
then you already
they're gonna try their way, they're gonna come and spark conversation with you. And I typically like to let the woman choose because I know that way I ain't gonna get shot down if she choosing to talk to me. Or she ain't, I know I'm not bothering her because she coming to talk to me.
Yeah.
So I typically go that way and let the woman pick me, and then I decide. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about me deciding though, but so that ain't a big thing. But I just know that, she picked me, so she want to be bothered. She want to see what's up. Boom.
Okay. But to sum it up, pretty much for you as a man, in order for you to feel comfortable approaching a female, she needs to look approachable, look friendly, like she's not going to be mean and nasty to you, right? Mm-hmm. And if that's not the case, she at least needs to fit everything that you're looking for in a female visually.
Yeah, I got to look at her and be like, that's my type.
So even if she look mean, I'm about to go talk to her.
Yeah, even if she look mean, if I look at her, because the thing about somebody being your type, the average person's type ain't every day. Like we see what we like every day, but everybody has a type, and most people don't see their type every day.
Specifically,
every day, or especially in a setting in which you can bust a move on them. But it's like your type ain't out here every single day. You know what I'm saying? You see your type once in a while. So if you see somebody that's like, oh, she is my type. You know what I'm saying? I can see, like, when I think of a woman physically that I would want, she looked like she fit in that space. I gotta go. Then when I'm in them situations, I have everything that like fear or nervousness goes. Yeah, it automatically go away. Because if I see somebody that's my type, I automatically, for some reason, feel like I can get her. I feel like I can get her. I feel like I can get my type.
Her every time you send your type?
No, not every time, but I mean, I say for the most part, I'm able to get in the door. Yeah, like if I see somebody that's my type, if they not in a relationship already or something like that, I at least get a number or something like that. I will say that, but it may not go too further. This situation I can think of that ain't go too further than that. They probably gave me their number, but then when we start communicating, they probably just die off or something like that. But they probably don't seem that interested. Or people got stuff going on. Like just because I jumped out there and busted a move and got a number, she probably got a nigga in the spot. Might not be a boyfriend.
Yeah,
but it's probably a nigga that she
interested in. Or so, maybe she think you cute, but you not.
Yeah, but she occupied. Or I might exactly. I might not be fully her type. That's another thing. That's a good point. Just because she my type don't mean I'm her type. Yeah. I'm good enough to give a number to, but I ain't good enough to probably. And like man, this nigga gonna have to really get my attention. He gonna have to really wow me, knock my socks off, because he good enough to get here, but he ain't all the way in the door. But yeah, that's a good point. So just because you my type don't mean I'm your type. So. But yeah, that's what it would take. You got to be my type for me to bust a move every time. I got to look at you and be like, oh, that's my type. Boom, I go bust a move. Other than that, we either got to be in the same. It got to be easy. It got to be like an easy situation. I'm not jumping out the door on somebody I think is attractive. I look like, oh, she look good. Oh, she whatever. Oh, she fat. Oh, I look. But for me to bust a move on a girl like that, we'll have to be in line at Starbucks or something. I don't even go to Starbucks, but just throwing some shit out there, and then maybe I'll just say something like, damn, this line long or something. See what they say. It got to be something more, it got to be like real convenient for me. Other than that, you dressed to the nines, I'll look at you and think everything that you think I should be thinking, but I'm going to just keep walking past. I'm thinking it. But I'm like, she probably ain't fucking with me. I ain't even, trying to hear it say no or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
What's it? We done with that?
I mean, I don't approach girls. You want to know what would trigger me to approach a guy?
You can answer. I don't know. This your topic. I don't know if that's when you want to roll into that.
I mean, we can. Like, as a female, I don't know. I can't speak for all girls. I don't feel like my necessarily works 100% the way other females do. I mean, on some level, yes, and then on some level, no. If I feel really, really pretty, if I'm feeling really, really pretty, I feel like I can get whoever I want.
Right. And
I will approach him. And I've never had a guy tell me no. So,
right.
Like, for the most part, I feel like it works. But I'm not approaching anybody unless it's not, like if I find you attractive, I find you attractive. If I'm feeling real good about myself that day, and I think you're attractive, and I feel like you're not paying attention to how cute I'm looking today, then I'm going to approach you.
Right.
But other than that, either you come and talk to me or it ain't meant to be.
Right.
But I'm one of those females that, 80% of the time when I'm out, I don't want you trying to talk to me.
Right.
Come and talk to me when I'm at the grocery store. Talk to me at a normal place. And even then, I don't want you talking to me at a normal place. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't feel like I'm an approachable person. I don't feel like I'm easily approachable. I'm very nice and friendly. If you do approach me, if I'm turning you down, it's going to be a very, oh, no, I'm sorry, but thank you. Thank you for, asking. But I don't think that I give off the very approachable vibe. I don't think I'm that.
No, you don't.
You gotta catch me. You gotta, be talking to me in a grocery line or something, or talk to me like how you was talking to me, where it wasn't you trying to come on to me or ask for my number. We were just having casual conversation as people.
Right.
That's the easiest way. Other than that, I'm like, no. let me look at you. Your nails dirty? What your shoes looking like? They all crusted up and broken up? You know,
Right.
like I'm not an approachable person. So and I own it. But I'm very friendly when you get to know me, or not even when you get to know me. Like I'm friendly, but just the aura that surrounds me is don't talk to me. Yeah, so unless I'm feeling pretty, if I come out the house like, well, I look cute. Let me show the world how cute I'm looking today. And then I see somebody that I feel like deserves to bask in my glory of beautifulness. You know, that's the only time I actually, but I don't have a problem approaching people, because if it is somebody that I'm interested in, I will for sure let them know.
Right.
Oh, you cute.
Right.
It's even easier if we actually know each other.
Right.
You know, because then let me get your number. Like, why don't we ever hang out? We should go to the movies. Shit.
Right.
Like, I don't, you know, like, I'm like, you know, like, but that being said, I've also haven't experienced, like, I'm not going to do it if I feel like it's a possibility for rejection.
Right.
You know, so, but that's why it don't happen unless I'm feeling very confident in myself.
Right.
So, but yeah, okay, we can move on to your question. That was mine.
All right. So, okay, a question. We actually talked about this before privately, but we can talk about it for the podcast because it's the next question on my list. What's your take on, you know, we all got cell phones.
Yeah.
For people in relationships, the tracking thing, when we talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
What's your thoughts on couples
who does that?
Tracking each other's phones? So you can just look at the phone, boom, you want to know what they're doing, you know where they at, they know you at all times. What's your thoughts on that?
So first off, just a little background. I found out about this whole tracking thing because I was watching a podcast. I was watching Tank, and he was interviewing, I think, Eric Bellinger. I'm not 100% sure. And they were talking about it. And I'm like, people track their phones? Like, people track their cell phones? So then I started talking to Wes about
the R&B.
Yeah, R&B music.
Money.
Yeah, R&B Money, yep.
Podcast,
so I was asking you about it because I'm like, that just sounds crazy. As far as tracking, I am a butterfly. Let me be free and flutter the way I want to. I feel like if I gotta sit here and if I feel like I need to track you, we don't need to be in this relationship. Now, I will say this though. I want us to be open and comfortable enough in our relationship that if we wanted to do it, it was okay. Like, it wouldn't be no problem because I'm not doing nothing, you ain't doing anything. So if it did come up as oh, well, I need you to track me, or I want you to track me, or whatever, then, you know, like, it wouldn't be like a reason to, you know, like, now you pulling out a whole bunch of excuses as to why you don't want to do it because you probably up to some shit. However, I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. Right. I feel like that's a lot. I am a person who I don't lock my phone. I don't think Wes ever gone through my phone, but I mean, if he ever decided that he needed to pick up my phone and go through it, I mean, like, it is there. He's capable to do it. You know, like, I don't like lock. I feel like it's just a lot of work. All that stuff, I feel like it's a lot of work and it's unnecessary. And I feel like if I was in a relationship where the only way that I could feel comfortable was to track my man, I don't need to be in this relationship. Because that's stressful. It's stressful. And I've gone through stressful situations like that once before. And, you know, as an adult, I know that it is my decision whether that's something that I want to put up with or not. And I choose not to subscribe to that type of activity. If he wanted to put it on I don't have an iPhone, so he wouldn't be able to do it anyway. But if he wanted to, I mean, I'd be like, all right, you know, like, if you want to. But don't be asking me, like, well, where are you at now? Because I just spoke to you and you said you was in the house. Damn, I just went to the store. Well, like, why are you watching me? You know, and then that could cause a lot of issues because it'll be almost like, damn, I'm not doing anything. Do you really think that I'm out here doing something? However, I don't know. Like, I thought it was weird. Like, remember, like, and then I was joking with him, and I'm like, you gonna let me track you? But he all crazy about that type of stuff.
Yeah, you know, when we talked about it, I got real hyped about it because I just think that I don't know. I just look at it like a leash. It's almost like a leash, and I just feel like I'm grown. I'm too adult to be tracked. Like I feel like that's for kids. You track a kid because you want to make sure. You know, it's a crazy world out here. You want to know what your kid at all times. You bought their phone, so you can do what the hell you want with it. You know, so if they carrying the phone that you bought. You know, some people go like, I bought this phone. I can know where the fuck my phone at all times. So if my phone happen to be on you, then I know where you at. It just is what it is.
It's
you know
my
what I'm saying?
phone, so I need to, it's my right to know where my phone
is.
is.
Yeah, it's my phone. I bought it. You know what I'm saying? So I can track it. But, you know, I just think that I'm an adult. The older I get, the less restraints I want on me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think that I'm worth too much to be tracked. It's the cost of being able to track me. It's almost like modern day slavery to a certain extent. It's like, this shit is crazy. Like, it gotta make sense. If somebody's tracking me, it gotta make sense because you can already reach me. It's a cell phone. So if you're thinking about me or you want to call me, like we talk all the time. You can always reach me.
Yeah.
You can always reach me. You know what I'm saying? 99 times out of 100 times, if you reach out to me or call me, I'm always available. So you can always reach me. You know what I'm saying?
See, and those are two different views that we have. Like, if you wanted to track me, I wouldn't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you need to feel comfortable, I'll accept it. I'm like, okay, you can track me, but don't harass me about where I'm at. You know, like if I say I'm going here and then if you just randomly check and then I'm not exactly at where I'm saying I'm at, that doesn't mean that I'm not there. Maybe like if I say, oh, I'm going over my mother's house. My mama always want me to come over her house. As soon as I step a foot in her door, come right to the store with me.
Right.
Come this, that. So if I say I'm over my mama's house and then you look and I'm over at the Walmart or at the Target or something, you know, like I wouldn't care about you because I know I'm not doing anything. It wouldn't be until it's just like, well, I thought you was at your mama's house and it showed that you was over here in Landover. I was like, okay, well, that's where the Target is.
Right.
Like, I'm with my mother.
Right.
You can call me. The only, like, you know, like I don't, like I wouldn't have a problem with it. Just don't badger me about it. Whereas you are like, I don't care what it's for. I don't feel like you need to have that much access to, you know, like me as a person. That's like you look at it more like I'm like a person would be trying to control you.
Yeah, it's like it's like a form of control. It's like a form of, I feel like I'm too grown for that. Like I'm too grown. It gotta make sense. Like it gotta be like if I'm fearing for my life or something like that. If my life and then if I'm going somewhere, like for some reason going somewhere where it's dangerous, I'm like, hey, look. And let me suggest it. Look, I'm going to let you track my phone because I don't know. I'm going to make sure if something happened, you know where I'm at. You know my last phone. You know what I'm saying? But just every day, it's just too much. I done seen niggas pop up on motherfucker. I know somebody who tracked their girl and their girl tracked them and the nigga popped up on his girl. Just something, yeah. And it was nothing behind it though. He just popped up. I don't know why. Maybe he thought, but she was just doing some regular shit. And when he popped up, she was like, damn, you popping up on what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't even doing nothing.
And that wasn't the first time. The podcast wasn't the first time I heard of it. The first time I heard about it, it just came to me while he was telling the story. Someone that I used to know, her boyfriend's friend was dating a girl. They're not even in a serious relationship. That's just his girlfriend, and everybody don't even know and I don't even know if that was his girlfriend. That was just somebody that he was messing around with. And she popped up on him while he was over their house. And the girl turned out to be, okay, I'm mixing it up. Okay, a girl that I used to know, female A, her boyfriend, guy A, had a friend, guy B, that was talking to a girl B. The girl B found out his location because she was tracking him and showed up over the house. Come to find out, she used to date guy A. And girl A didn't know about it So then when she came in, but she knew that.
Oh yeah, you told me this.
She didn't know that she was dating. She didn't know that girl B was dating guy B. So when girl B showed up at her man house, and she knew that this was his ex-girl, she like, what is she doing over your house, and how does she even know where you live at? You just moved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, no, she not for me. She talking to my friend. And, you know, he said that she tracked him, and that's how, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. My whole band thought that shit was a lie. He was lying. And that maybe she showed up thinking that, you know, he was alone or something. I don't know. Maybe she showed up, started causing some trouble. But he was saying that she was dating his friend, and she tracked his phone and showed up over the house. And that's the first time I heard of the tracking. And I'm like, well, why would he let this girl track him if they just talking and it ain't even like super serious like that? But that was my first time. That was my first time hearing about it. And I asked you about it, and that's when you told me that you track your sister and your brother. I mean,
my sister and my son. My son don't know I track him though. I'll be forgetting. For real, I tracked his phone years ago. I want to say I did it because I trained him how to catch the metro and maneuver, and taught him how to get to school on his own when he was like 12 years old, 11, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? So when he started catching the metro and learning how to get to school, he wanted to start catching the metro to go meet up with his friends and hang out at his friend's house. And I was cool with that. Mom, you know, mom a little not as cool, but she trusts me.
Yeah.
When he with me, he with me.
Yeah.
And so she trusts that, but I know she'd be super concerned. So I think, you know, when he out and about, and sometimes he might be out a little later than you start worrying about your kids at that age. You know, I think I might have came up with the idea and told his mother to track his phone. Like, you know, you can track his phone so you can always know where he at. He's so young, you know, if he maneuvering and doing all this stuff on his own, you always know where he at. So she ended up doing it. I did it. We never told him. Until this day,
you know now.
I still track. Yeah, he'll know if he watch this. I got a track on his phone, but I never think about it. I never really use it. Like, I very rarely use it unless I go into the app. You know, if you go into the app, like I might go into if I lose something, like if I lose my AirPods, I got the same app that you can track people's phones is the same app you use to track your iPad or your AirPods. So I'll go into it once in the blue, and I'll be like, then I might see my sister's location. Because I started tracking my sister. I think she wanted me to track her because she was going to Mexico or some shit. And she was like, yeah, this is my tracking information, you know, so you can know where I'm at. And I never stopped tracking it. Yeah, I wonder if it's a bird or something.
It might be.
Or
it's
a bird
just a place settling.
Yeah, and I keep looking around too because I keep thinking about the motherfucking Zodiac killer and shit. Or the son of Sam just walking up popping couples.
It is some white people over
Yeah, walking up
around.
just popping couples and shit. Pop for no reason. You can't trust none of these motherfuckers out here.
It's some kids around here. I would hate for some crazy person just be over here shooting. That would be...
It was a white guy. I think it was a white guy over there. I seen him.
Yeah,
I think that might be the guy. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, I was watching his ass, because then he walked over here.
Yeah,
but then he walked back.
And then the one guy that's over there, I saw him walking back and forth back there behind those trees already.
The good thing is daytime. It ain't like we out here at night.
Okay, I ain't got my knife on me.
Unless they got some sniper shit.
You ain't got your knife on you. I gave you that knife to carry.
I ain't got nothing on me,
But anyways, I feel like it's a lot of responsibility. I don't have time. Let me tell you, I have kids. I don't have time to be monitoring my children and then monitoring adults.
Yeah, it's like...
That's a lot. Like, if I got to sit here and start treating you like a child, we don't need to be together.
I agree. It's like if we in a relationship, we, for the most part, because nothing is 100%, you can be somewhere with bad reception, whatever, but for the most part, I need to know that I can get in touch with you when I want, and you can get in touch with me when you want, and it got to make sense. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get in touch with you over a long period of time for some reason it ain't making sense, then that's a problem. Other than that, I don't need to, that's all I need to know. Guess what? Me, if I'm that interested in you, if I'm super interested in you, you gonna always know where I'm at, and I'm gonna stay in constant contact. I'm gonna make that be the least of your worries. You know what I'm saying? Me disappearing and
trust is a big thing, because this is like, if I trust you to be honest with me about what you're doing, why would I need to track where you are and what you're doing and stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like that tracking stuff is like, if you feel like you got to track your partner, like, what's the reason? Like, what's the reason why you feel like you need to track them? You can't trust them? You feel like they be lying? You got to watch them, make sure they're not going to gamble or going to the bar or something like that? Like, what's the reason? And for me personally, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's a reason behind it. What is the reason that you feel like you would need in order for, like, to even to make a request like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that you think is going on? And how about we work on whatever issue it is that we have that leads you to feel like you need to track me versus just putting a tracker on me? Because that's not going to resolve anything. And it's one of those situations that when you go looking for shit, you find it.
Yeah. And the thing that we talking, a lot of time when you looking for shit that you find, it ain't really as big as you think it is. It's just big because maybe you found it before somebody told you. Mm-hmm. But if they told you, it wouldn't be nothing that serious. So they maybe wasn't even really worth telling, but you find little shit making it big. Sometimes you find the stuff that really ain't that big of an issue. Oh, shit. But you find the stuff that really ain't that big of an issue. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, that's just my point on it. I just feel like I'm too grown for it. I do have an issue with trying to be controlled. I do. I feel like I work too hard for somebody to be controlling me and tracking me. That's just me. I feel like I work too hard. I'm too independent for that. So I'm going to give you what I want to give you. Plain and simple. I'm going to give you.
It's very crazy about, and I'll say this because I'm a rebel. You know, like, I'm against control as well. Let me be free. You know what I'm saying? If you tell me to do something, you'll get a no from me before you get a yes. You got to make me do stuff. I'm a bad kid. I'm bad. I don't listen. I ain't never listen. My mama will tell you, I don't listen. I do what I want. I hear my own music. I do what I want and move how I want. And so I can understand it, but he take it to a whole nother level. That was something that we used to have issues with in the beginning, because he felt like I was trying to control him. And this is like, I'm not trying to control you. I'm just telling you how I feel about certain things, and you do with it as you may. But however you maneuver is going to put me in a position where I need to make a decision that's good for me. Mm-hmm. And then eventually he discovered that I ain't trying to control him, right?
Yeah, I mean, even if you are, I'm cool with it.
But I don't be trying to control him.
Even if you are, I'm cool with whatever your form of control is, because the space that you want me in for you to feel comfortable, I don't mind being in that space. I like being in whatever the space that you want me to be in. I like being in that space. You don't make it an uncomfortable space. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really, it works for me.
You got to switch somewhere.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so even, it's like what one person may interpret, another person interpret different. So what I don't think you controlling, but somebody else in my spot may, depending on how much freedom they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, we communicate a lot.
Yeah.
So if you deal with somebody else that don't want to communicate as much, y'all will have issues. Or vice versa, you know what I'm saying?
But that's not, I don't think that's controlling, though.
I mean, they can view it if y'all talking, we talk a lot. And so if a person don't want to talk that much, that means they got time to do other stuff other than talk to you. It might not be stuff that, like cheating or nothing like that, but it might just be stuff that don't involve you. If you got a problem with that,
a situation like that too, though. Remember?
What?
Just yesterday when I was saying the guy that I had met, and he was just kind of like, when he in the house, he don't have time to talk.
Yeah,
and I said, okay, we ain't got to talk.
Right.
And he ain't here for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, sometimes if it's legit, because that didn't seem legit.
It wasn't.
But some people want to just go home, chill, watch shows, I mean, if that was the case, if you wasn't as entertaining to me as you are, we wouldn't talk as much, because I don't want to be talking to you when I could be probably watching the show or catching up on shows and movies.
But I'm understanding if you say that you want to watch a show, because I sometimes want to watch TV too.
But that can roll into, I mean, then that would be, when will we talk?
Yeah, that's
because
true.
you know our days all booked. We went in the evening. When would we talk? That's the only time we really got to talk. So we'll probably talk for maybe like 30. If I wasn't that interested in you, maybe I'll give you like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work for you. You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't.
So, you know, if it depends, but it works for me because I find you entertaining and interesting.
Thank
So
you.
I give you so much time, you know. But another person would probably, you know, they might not view you the way I view you. Then you wanted to talk. You might like them as much as you like me, but they might not like you. So you might want to talk all the time. They might look at it like, man, she keep wanting to talk all day. I got shit to do, da da da. They might look at it as almost a form of control.
I guess.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like she just want to be on the phone. We on the phone. I'm barely talking. She on one side of the conversation. You know, because you can feel like the person just keeping you occupied.
Yeah.
Making sure you ain't got nothing going, you know.
Yeah, because, I get that.
People do that. They just keep, some people don't got shit else going on but to keep a nigga occupied, or the nigga keep a woman occupied, to make sure you ain't doing shit. That's their whole goal, versus actually it being genuine and they really want to talk and communicate. It be motives, but I'm not with none of that. I'm not doing nothing I don't want to do. You're not gonna make me, because you have to pay me to make me do some shit. That's what jobs for. They paying me to make me do some shit I don't want to do. You got to pay me. And if you ain't paying me, and me personally, my time, it costs too much. I don't think a person got enough to pay me to track me and have this type of control over me. You gotta. I don't know if you got it in you, or money wise, or it gotta work for me. So you got to do what the fuck I want you to do if you want that type of control. I think it's control, unless it makes sense.
I don't look
but
at
9 times out of 10, I bet it ain't no real.
Yeah.
It's probably somebody fucked up. From now on, I'm tracking you. I'm not. No.
That's a form of control, I feel like. If they're using it as like, oh, like I can't trust you because you out here cheating on me, so give me your phone, I'm about to track you. I feel like that's controlling. Yeah. Because at this point, it's just like, well, damn. Like, if you can't trust him to the point where you need to, so you're trying to control his movements to make you feel better because you know what he about. If you know what he about, just cut the stress out your life. I was married for 15 years. The one thing I learned is that you can't change nobody. You can't make anybody do anything they don't want to do. And if you got to make a decision between the relationship and yourself, you need to choose yourself. Because it ain't gonna be a relationship if you steady saying here trying to control them, control yourself. You got to do all this monitoring and investigating and detective work and all. Who got time for that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Who got time for that? If it ain't
mutual, if you gotta make a choice between choosing something, because it shouldn't. A good relationship ain't you having to make a choice. You don't have to make that choice. You can choose yourself and choose them. Sometimes you in a relationship where you like. I've been in those relationships for sure. Was like it's either them or me. I got to make this decision because this ain't working, and you got to choose yourself. So yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Because we getting older as the days pass, and I'm not trying to be stressed out.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that shit.
Life is hard enough as it is already.
I ain't got time for that shit.
Okay, so what's our topic?
Those were topics.
No. Well, those are questions, I guess.
Oh yeah, those were questions. Yeah, both of those was questions of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So okay, so
I can pause.
No. Oh. I've been seeing a lot because I remember now what it was supposed to be. I've been seeing a lot of videos, and very recently, I saw a video of people that I know personally, where the girl was recording herself.
Can you hold the phone? Okay.
The girl was she came home. She was recording herself pulling all the clothes out of their closet that belonged to her man and tossing it in a bag and throwing it out of the house. And then he's recording her. He's standing at the car recording her, talking shit about her, recording her throw his stuff out of the house because I guess she caught him cheating or something like that. Something happened, and she got mad and she kicked him out the house. So everybody is recording each other, exposing each other, exposing each other. And, you know, I just think, I don't know what's going on with this trend of exposing your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, of like the stuff that's going on in y'all personal life. I just think it's crazy because most of the time y'all asses end up back together. And now y'all sitting here embarrassing this person that you're going to end up with, you're going to end up back with in a couple days or in a week or so. But now you got this video out all over the internet of you kicking them out. Or, you know, y'all in an argument and you sitting here sneaking and hiding and recording y'all conversation, him talking all crazy to you. And then it's like, or you go online and you mad at him, so you posting a video of you cursing him out and calling him, you know, all this and all that, and throwing y'all business out in the street, or his personal business and his secrets that he trusted you with, and vice versa, because it ain't just girls doing it, it's guys doing it too. And I just think this shit is so crazy to me. I am very much of the whatever happened between us is between us. If anybody even finds out about issues that's going on between us, it'll probably be after it's already been resolved. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling his mama saying, you know, your son just called me this or called me that or put his hands on me. I'm not posting no videos of bruises on my neck or on my arm or anything like that. I'm not sitting here gathering his clothes and tossing it into a trash bag and throwing it out while recording it or anything. Like, this stuff is crazy. And I don't understand. And like, this is actually something that we talked about before. So you did kind of express to me what you thought about, but I just don't understand the purpose of it. I don't understand the purpose of it because I feel like it makes you look just as bad as the other person. If I'm online, you know, like if I meet a guy and I think he's cute, you know, and then I'm kind of doing my little internet search to make sure that they're not like some type of a criminal or something. And I come across like a TikTok or an Instagram video of him, you know, packing up a girl's stuff and throwing it on the street, or, you know, kicking her out of his house, or somebody kicking him out the house, or anything like that. I'm gonna be like, oh no, I'm blocking him.
Right.
I don't subscribe to this.
Right.
No, thank you. So that would be an immediate no for me. I don't agree with involving people. I know that we do this podcast and we have, you know, like we get on here and we talk about stuff and he posts pictures of us doing things and da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm not a social media person. Not really. I don't expose my personal life. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of stuff I keep private. Like, it's very hard. Like, I enjoy this because me and Wes, we talk a lot. But I'm like slowly getting used to being on camera. I'm not really used to this. I'm a private person at the end of the day. I don't, you know, like I don't need people recognizing me on the street and, you know, like, oh my gosh, I watched your videos. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, if I had the opportunity to be on a reality show, I would not. You know, like, I'm not, if I became rich tomorrow, I would be one of those rich people that show up places and don't nobody know who they are. I don't want to be famous. Give me the money without the fame. That's me. You know what I'm saying? And so when I look at these videos, it's just so amazing to me because I'm like, why are y'all exposing yourselves like this? It's not only making that other person look bad, it's making you look bad too. And unless this is going to help you in some long run, I don't understand the point of it. Unless he's like out here beating or like doing stuff to kids, or he stole some money from you, or, you know, did some fucked up shit and you feel like, oh, let me post this so that the next people will know that he, you know, is out here doing like some really foul stuff. I just
some illegal shit.
Yeah, like I just don't agree, and I just don't understand why it became such a trend. And I will say, I do believe that some of the videos are fake. Some of them are fake.
Some of them definitely fake.
You know, but the some that's not, like, remember that video you sent me? It was this guy, he was in a hotel recording, and it was a girl in there, and she's just like, yeah, well, just give me the 100 and I'll suck your dick, or what were they trying to do? Have sex? Or
They definitely had sex, for sure.
Okay, so she was like, just give me the money and we'll do it. Yeah. And then her man show up at the door. Did she running out? She run away, and then they're talking. She's like, baby, I'm sorry. He's like, why? And it's just like, this is crazy. Like, why are y'all posting? Why would y'all take this and put this online? Y'all got kids. These kids got access to the internet. Everything that you're putting on, your kids will also see. And I just don't agree with it. And I don't understand it. For me, this is not something that makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me. On a rational level, it doesn't make sense to me unless this is like some undercover, thing to stop like a true crime that's happening.
Right. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's some little kid shit. Some young people shit. A lot of people that's new to social media, but these days a lot of these people that's, even if they're young, even if you're 22, you ain't new to social media because you probably been on it since you was like 15. Versus us, our generation, social media, we was already in our 20s when it first came out.
Yeah.
So we was doing a lot of that dumb shit. I done some dumb shit on social media. I ain't gonna lie. I'm obviously for you. I've been on social media since MySpace. You said you ain't never even been on MySpace.
No, I've not. But I had a Black Planet. I had a Black Planet page.
I feel like that's different, but I don't know because I wasn't really on Black Planet.
I
don't know how social.
Like, it was like you creating a website of yourself, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't remember ever communicating with anybody through that. But no, I never had a MySpace.
I think MySpace might have been like the first social media app that was kind of like the ones today. I think that one started the trend of where everything is now, because MySpace was kind of in the ballpark of Instagram and Facebook for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it was a combination of both. You put Instagram and Facebook together, and it makes MySpace. Pretty much, it was pretty much that. But I've been on it for a long time, so I done all the dumb stuff and all of that. That all of us was doing dumb stuff on there at some point. We learned that it was dumb. After a while, you start learning that it's dumb. So, part of me look at it like it's some young people shit, but I still feel like they should know better, but they still young. So you exposing somebody on social media, exposing your relationship, that's something you'll learn that you shouldn't do because y'all gonna get back together. People be exposing people on social media thinking in that moment they're not gonna get back together.
Yeah.
But
and
you're going to learn.
Later, you posting, like we on our vacation. We got a baby coming. So I learned over time that, you know what? I wouldn't definitely do that because it took me years to learn that whenever me and somebody go through something, more times than not, we end up back together before it's finally over. It ain't never over until it's over. So you exposing them and this and that, then you back with them a week later. Looking crazy.
And you look crazy after you done put this and put that out, But like you said, we talked about this before, and like I say, with you, I feel like you don't even give that energy of the type of person that do all that crazy shit on social media, exposing shit. So even though I'm not on that tip, but I'm even more not on that tip because of the energy that you put out there. I feel like you move as if, from my perspective, the way you move, if I was to do some shit like that, I feel like you'll definitely look at me like a cornball. You'll be like, really, you doing that? You a fucking cornball. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga don't want no woman to look at them like a cornball. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga do that, he at the very least he hoping that the chick is probably on that same type of time, so she'll be mad. But she sort of understand it. But then you got people like you. I think you'll be like, man, oh, you whack. That was, and then so I done did all this dumbass shit on there, and you sitting back just chilling in the scenes, behind the scenes, not even. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like I'm out here looking like a clown by myself. This is a one-man circus. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't want to be a one-man circus. So I think that plays a part, the type of energy you put out there. You put out that energy that you ain't with that fuck shit. So I definitely wouldn't do it. But on top of that, I know I like you too much to where it's a respect thing. I respect you too much and I like you too much to not want to seal the deal on us being over if we have issues, because we've had issues here and there, but I never take it to social. They'll never know. They don't know because I never took it to social media. You know what I'm saying? But a lot does have to do with the energy that you put out there for sure. It comes with me being mature, but is double down with the energy that you put out there. I don't really talk about it, but I feel like, you know, me and you have a dispute, like we about to go separate ways. I know in the back of my head there's a chance that we ain't. So why jump out there, put this shit out there just for a week later? Because our situation don't even last the whole week.
No.
When maybe when we first met, but that don't really count because we getting to know each other. Yeah. But once we really got to know each other and we have issues, which is very rare, but when we do have an issue, we have an issue. The most it might last is like 2 days or some dumb shit. I might try to be stubborn and act like I don't want to talk to you. You don't even act. You just be in your own world, and I'll be like, what the fuck? She ain't texting nothing. You just be off. I don't know. I be thinking you be chilling. You say you don't be chilling. You be going through it, but
I've only lasted 24 hours before I text you, and not even that. And it don't even be. I don't even think it'll be a full day.
It's always me texting first.
That's not true.
Not 100%, but more likely than not, it's me texting first. Cause I be feeling like I be going through it, but you know it'd be too. I jump out there and try to resolve this shit before I can even think about if I wanted to think about doing some shit on social media. I'm trying to fix this shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, but all in all, it's dumb. It's some young people shit, I think.
And I think it comes down to like a respect. I feel like a part of it is a respect thing. If somebody ever did something like that to me, the first thing I would think to myself is, oh, you don't respect me to be putting this shit out here on the internet like that. You know, like you don't respect me. You know, like you sitting here trying to put me out here and be like, oh, this bitch crazy. Look at what she doing. I would most definitely look like you. If you respected me, you would not have put me out there like that and had me out here looking stupid and crazy.
Right.
Even if I was acting stupid and crazy. You know what I'm saying? Which some people can. You know, like I'm not. I can be a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, and it's just kind of like, and I know at the end of the day, I have never exposed anybody, you know, specifically online. Never. You know, like, and there's some people that I could, but I wouldn't because it's just almost like, you know, like even if we're not together, like you still got a life to live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and I'm not about to sit here and I'm just not about that fuck shit. That's really just some real childish, immature, crazy. And then, but it's also like, are you doing this for likes? Like, are you doing this because you want, like, social media attention? Like, what is the point?
You want people to side with you when really you learn, but you don't know. I'm just speaking because you don't know. Because I've done the fuck shit. I've done stuff to not that extent, live, throwing somebody shit out, but I probably talked about a relationship or talked about somebody. Might not have said their name, but I was dealing with. But I've done stuff close to that. So I ain't even going to act like I haven't. And what it is that you want people to kind of side with you and make you feel better and kind of make them feel better. They did, you know, like, they did that, oh, that's fucked up, oh. But then you learn, you learn as you go to that. People really don't care. They just nosy.
And they just
so these people that's commenting on your posts about you going through something in your relationship, they more so nosy than actually care. Yeah. They like the drama. It's a show for them. And sometimes when you're young, you don't know that. You learn as you get older. Some people know that when they're young, because some people just get certain things in life faster than others.
Or you've seen it.
You know what I'm saying? Or you've seen it, whatever. Yeah, so that's what it is. A lot of it has to do with you looking for approval. It makes you feel better. You want them to be like, you know, it's a woe is me. You want the sympathy, and you want them to look at that person like, oh, you fucked up with that person, especially if you feel like you somebody. Mm-hmm. Oh, they fucked up with you. Oh, da da da. So now you opening up the gates, letting people know that you might be single again. It's a whole bunch of that.
But I also think a part of that too is a little bit of manipulation as well. Almost like, yeah, they fucked this good thing up. I need the world to know that he fucked it up so they can go and tell him that he fucked it up so he could feel bad about what he did and then try to come back and, you know, reclaim what he lost or whatever. I don't know. Honestly, I'm trying to relate to this situation, but I really can't because I really just think that shit is so crazy. And I am here for the drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let me be scrolling and I see somebody get... Watch it. What the hell going on in this video? Send it to us. Like, did you see that video I sent you?
Right.
You know, like I'm all for the drama, But at the end of the day, it's almost just like, but why though? Why are y'all doing this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a part of me, I mainly think it's because of social media and the likes. Like people just want that attention. You know what I'm saying? You can't go viral for normal stuff, so now you want to sit here and post your relationship drama, or you know, anything. Just dating crises. You go out on a date with somebody. Now you don't want. Now he don't want to buy you food for your kids to take home, and you mad and you want to record it or post it online. That makes you look crazy.
It do. It make you look crazy. It make you look like somebody I wouldn't want to date.
You know.
That's the first thing I'd be looking at women. I got to that point when I knew that wasn't the move to be posting about people on social media. Like these women that's out there like bashing men, just anything a man do, these niggas, this and that. I'm looking at that. I look at that because it's people that come to my mind that does that. And I sit there, my first thought is, you ain't somebody I would want to date.
Or the dude that's recording the girl saying, "Are you gonna buy this food for my kids? I can't believe you're not gonna." And instead of him just saying, "No, I'm not," and taking her home, now you got to sit back in your seat and record the fact that she having a temper tantrum. I don't want to deal with nobody who. What if I mean, because you know, I have my moments sometimes when I get a problem because I'm not having my way. I don't need him pulling no phone out on me and posting that online.
Mm-hmm.
I would be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And so seeing somebody who's just recording like every little issue y'all have now is meant for social media, I just don't understand it. I think that's real crazy, you know. And if y'all are, who's listening to this, if y'all are somebody who do that, maybe y'all need to take a step back and think about if that's really the best way to be maneuvering.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and if you're kids and you haven't done it yet, but you thinking about it, don't.
Yeah, don't do it. Mm-hmm.
Because what goes on the internet, it stays out there forever. So unless you trying to, you know, expose him for some type of crime he doing, just keep that stuff, because it don't help relationships. For sure. It most definitely, especially if this is somebody that you want to be with, trying to expose them for being bad in that moment or y'all having an issue, that's not going to help your relationship. It's just going to make it worse. It's going to ruin it. So just, you know, don't.
I agree. We wanted it down.
Yeah, we're done. I'm done.
Yeah, we wanted it down. So, okay, another successful episode, Quiver Cap Podcast. Tune in. You know, we got more reviews, topics to talk about. We got millions of topics to talk about, as well as current events. So, you know, thanks for tuning in. You got anything to say?
I appreciate y'all watching. I hope that y'all have enjoyed the episode, and we looking forward to having more of these conversations with y'all.
Yeah. Like I said, follow the Quip and Cap podcast on YouTube, the Quip and Cap YouTube channel. Quip,
Please.
QUIP, the letter N, Cap, CAP. You know, the YouTube channel. Click, subscribe, and like.
Yes, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Because once we get to a certain amount of people, we're going to start doing live videos where we might do like question of the day, and then we'll have y'all chime in and do y'all questions, and y'all could be on here having conversations with us. So, you know, we're not there yet, though. We only got 20 followers on YouTube.
Yeah, we just hit 20 today. I'm celebrating every milestone. I'll be celebrating at 30 and keep going up. You know what I'm saying? With every milestone. So 20. I'm excited about 20. So.
And this is our Valentine's Day. Let me see.
Valentine's Day hoodie.
Yeah, our Valentine's Day hoodies. Mine says his. His says hers.
Because I'm hers.
And
she
then on
mine.
the back.
What's that? Yeah, you on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Okay. Boom. Say mama. Okay. Let me get.
On my side, right?
No, you on my right. You supposed to be on my right side. Okay.
Are you right?
Yep.
You might have messed up.
Boom.
There we go.
There y'all
Will
go.
you be my Valentine?
My Valentine.
So please check out our stuff and.
That's Too Creative.
Yep, Too Creative.
You know, that's the name of the company. I make these. I make anything. I can make anything you want.
And that's on Instagram. So
Yeah.
we thank you for following and being here with us. And y'all have a good day.
Too Creative Customs on Instagram.
Yeah. So y'all have a good day and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We out.